What's up? I'm here to tell you about my amazing airport experience that I had in the airport, because where else would it have happened? The grocery store? Like, what were you expecting? I don't know. So, our flight was originally planned to happen at 11 p.m., but the weather was looking a bit foggy, and we were told it's been delayed at 12 p.m. So, we started getting a bit nervous, since it's been delayed for like an hour now. We were told there was a high chance of escalation, but maybe by like the crack of dawn, we should be able to get on this plane. So yeah, they were all expecting everyone to sleep in the airport at 1 a.m. So, 1 a.m. rolls around and we're told that the flight should take off around 4 a.m. Not even 20 minutes later, we're told that it's canceled. Now it's like 2:30 a.m. and we're just looking for suitcases. My parents went off. I was supposed to be watching my sister. It's not like 4 a.m. We're still in the same spot. The book I was reading earlier, I've already finished. Then our group, we received an email at 4:30 a.m. that we should take off around 9 a.m. and we don't even have to go search for a luggage. They're just gonna put it on the plane, and we just have to leave the airport and then come back in to be able to go claim our new tickets at the front. But since we were at the front, we have to go through security all over again. And this is one of those like I don't know, American airports, how do I say this, that make security like so freaking long for some reason. Like, they have 14 papers. They double, like, triple check our passports and the backups of our passports. Like, it was crazy. But and now keep in mind, during this, I was like really sick, and while we were still looking for our luggage, we like hid in this like corner room, and it was dusty as like fucking hell in there. It's like it. I'm coughing. My sister I was looking up ended up getting a fever for a few days. It's like we're all wheezing all over the place, and yeah, it's just like oh god. we're like enlightening like 34 prehistoric viruses. But anyways, it's 5 a.m. The security guard told us to go through the line to be able to go through. They like gave us sort of a fast pass through the security line, but he freaking pointed us to literally the wrong line. There was two doors, one for regulars and one if your thing's been canceled. It was two doors. I don't know how he got that mixed up, but whatever, we ain't gonna deal with it. So we ended up having to find another security guard that could make us go into a different line so we had to wait in two separate lines, and it was weird. Yeah, so, okay, the website, so we are constantly checking the website where we originally purchased the plane tickets, and it's like, on the website it says like what time the plane is supposed to take off, and every few minutes it kept changing between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. So that was, totally fun. And now it's like 5:45 a.m. We have finally finished going through security, and the gate where our flight was supposed to be saying it's going to a completely different place. About 15 minutes later, at like 6-ish a.m., I think, they still don't know where our gate is. Like, they haven't figured out. They changed the gate, and they're like, all right, we're gonna change the gate. Okay, so where's the gate now? Oh, we just know it's not there. So we're just sort of sitting in the middle, going, well, where's our gate now? Still continuing to sleep, but and what's even worse is we still haven't gotten our luggage, or like, we don't know what's happening. Like, no one knows like, the plane that we're supposed to be on is, like, could be in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, and we wouldn't be able to do anything about it. We are not heading to the middle of the Caribbean Sea. So, yeah, that's, yeah. This is just a weird experience. I don't even know. Right, so we're just, like, laying in the middle of the airport, none of our luggage, not knowing where we're supposed to go. And I swear, it's literally like a casino in there. Like, you know how, like, they don't have windows, there's no clocks. And it's, like, the only way you know the time is, like, 4 glowing numbers on your phone screen that's probably already dead. Because the charging ports were, like, had so many people, since they did this to practically, like, half the airport. So, like, 25 minutes later, they still haven't figured out our gate, but we have gotten used. But they say it's going to be at 7 a.m. We don't know where, but it's going to be at 7. Oh my god. I cannot tell you how loud people cheered when the sun came up. Everyone was just like, there was happiness all around. It brightened people's days in places where it's not supposed to brighten. It's like the sun was like our savior. It gave us the hope that we needed to go through this. And it was just really, really beautiful. Now, it's starting to, like, you know, this, like, lack of sleep for, like 2 days now. I don't know. I don't remember this really well. It's like, if I blinked a certain way, no, come on, get closer. If I blinked a certain way, I would get a huge headache, and, like, everything would just be, like, blurry. I was just sleep deprived, and I was just, like, reading the notes that I made to later write the script for this video. I'm, like, noticing that I could just not type. Like, I can't even figure out what I'm trying to say here in the notes. So, yeah, that's why I'm, like, stopping every few minutes, trying to decipher the heck I'm saying. And so, like, I'm so tired. I'm, like, seeing things. And I would just randomly start crying. And I don't even know. And also, it's like, also, not until, like, when we were already, like, way, way, way later, turns out, like, just, like, every bit, I would just randomly just pass out, which I guess that's fun. I wasn't even aware of that. I don't know how I didn't know, but, so, you know, I don't know. So, you know, like, that's, what am I saying here? No, that's not what I was trying to get with it. Okay, so the time that you, what is this sentence? Okay, hey, so you know something that's really great about this experience? The time the email that they sent us, they said wouldn't be canceled, it got canceled, and then got new tickets for the next flight at 8 a.m. On 11 a.m. on the 24th, when we, like, arrived on, like, the 23rd. And we went through security, like, a third time, only to be later delayed to 12:48 a.m. This script is hard to read. It's now, like, 1 p.m., and the flight was still not showing up on the big board that has all the flights on it. But finally, at, like, 2:40 p.m., remember the first time that I showed you? It was 11 p.m. It's 2:30 p.m. the next day. We stayed there, and it's been more than a day now. It sucks. So, finally got an update on the big board that the gate is that another gate in, like, the place that we're going to. Wait, another gate is our way to the flight. We go there, and okay, so on the big board it says our name, and then the name of our flight, but when we actually go to the gate itself, there's a different name on it, different flight name on it, and it says it's at 3:20 p.m. So we're now we decided to get in line at that gate, and remember how I told you about how at the airport almost all the flights got canceled? Whenever we hear whenever we hear the PA announcements that they're letting a new group of people onto the plane, they're cheering from the entire airport, whether you're on the flight or not, just because we're cheering for all the people who finally get to board their planes. It's it's we're oh, finally, someone's getting happiness. We're cheering for other people, woo, let's go, because that's our happiness right now. Since that line is underground. It's underground, guys. I don't know how this is happening. Okay, so we're finally cheering for other people. So 4:40 p.m. They're finally letting people go on the bus that drives them to the plane. And now the cheer from so many exasperated families. Oh my god. So it was, yeah. So after the PA system and 14 people translated it into their own languages, it was kind of hard to understand. What did I write here? Okay. Saying that when the PA systems were going on, they were all in different languages, so we had to ask 14 different people to translate it. Yeah. So 5 minutes later, 4:45 p.m., we're finally on the bus. 4:54 p.m. We're finally boarding onto the plane, and wait, do you guys know that one meme where that girl was sitting at the back of the plane who paid extra money to upgrade to a window seat? Well, that's exactly where we got, but we didn't pay any extra money, so I guess that makes sense. So yeah, I was just still just no windows. Still so tired. So now we're supposed to take off at the new time at around 5 p.m. Maybe even 6, but no. We've been sitting on that plane for 3 hours when it took off at 8:55 p.m. We sat in that plane for 3 hours. We spent 5 without the plane even moving, just waiting for it to take off. I hated that. I think that's when I passed out the most too, but honestly I'm not sure. So we're 5 hours. We spent 5 hours on that plane, and we landed at around 1:30ish a.m. We've spent 8 hours on the plane. We were supposed to spend 5. Okay. Landed at 1:30, and that's when the time. And it's if I'm already doing all the time zone math and stuff. We were sitting in an airport at 3 a.m. without our luggage. They lost our luggage. We did not get our luggage. So we got into a taxi, and that's pretty much the end of all of the airport story itself. But that's not the end of the luggage story. So remember, we did not have our luggage this entire time. But we spent fun where we were vacationing, and we were still at the hotel then. We're gonna leave the hotel in 2 hours to go back to the airport to head home. 2 hours before we're supposed to leave the hotel. 2 hours. That's 5 days since we got since they lost our luggage. They gave us our luggage back. Literally when my dad was going, hey, is there a taxi here at the hotel that we could get to the airport, and they were going, "Oh, that's your name? We got your luggage 2 hours before you were supposed to leave, so we had to go out and, like, buy all this, like, clothing and stuff." But, you know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. We deal with it. But that means we still have to pay for the luggage to get back onto the plane and fly it, even though, like, we weren't even able to use our luggage, and we still have to buy more stuff. So that kind of sucks. But no. Now, this finally concludes this horrible, gruesome story. And, you know, honestly, summed up like this, it doesn't seem like 2, 3, what number was, I don't remember. I wrote 3 days, but in the writing it said 2 days, but I was told it was 1 day, stuck sleeping on the airport. Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment is horrible, and I never want to experience anything like that again. But I hope you really enjoyed this really short and random video, but please, guys, I need you to sub. Okay, airports are expensive, especially in the Americas. See y'all next time, and peace out, and bye-bye. Okay, yeah, so, I'm here, I finished the script, and I'm starting to realize how bad was my grammar when I'm sleep deprived. I could not tell what half of those words were. No, anyways, guys, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!